welcome to Freestyle Fitness Yoga. This is our first week of our 15-week program. So we'll start slowly and we'll build up over the weeks, hopefully to end up with flowing and becomes more natural. It is a bit of a twisty one, this program, and what that does is it starts to work on the waist and it helps to wring out and to push on our kidneys, our bladder, our spleen, and lots of different organs, internal organs, and gives them a bit of a massage, a bit of a stretch and a bit of a squash to help release any toxins in the body. So we're going to start cross-legged. Now if you need to, remember to stick something underneath your bum to tilt your pelvis so that your pelvis isn't tucked under, so you're not kind of like this. You want to lift and take your pelvis back so that it drops, and that'll create a nice shape in the spine and stops you from doing that. You want to keep yourself upright. I'm going to turn this over. So we'll start with just breathing out and making sure that our breath is coming into our lowest part of our body. We can think about what we want. We could say a prayer. Count the breath. Go through the body and do a body scan. Anything at the beginning of the session that helps you to bring yourself to your mat, to this time. So we're going to change our leg position and we're going to do our neck stretches. So with our neck stretch, we're going to let our chin drop down and we're going to roll our head side to side. We're not going round in a circle because our neck is going to ball and socket. So we're just going side to side, letting the weight of the head pull down on the neck. We're doing 8 or 4 on each side. And then we're going to bring it back to the centre of the body and lift the head up. We can change again the direction of the legs. We're going to lift the chin up, and as if we're watching a tennis match in the sky. Remember, you can hold on and support the head if you feel you need to. Bringing it back to centre. Bring it back up. Lovely. Changing legs. We're going to take it forward, to the side, twist and twist using our breath, then we're going to change our leg position. So, we're breathing in. We breathe out, we lean forward. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, over to the side. Breathing in to lift. And breathing out to the other side. Breathing in. And breathing out to twist. Breathing in to lift. And breathe out to the opposite side. Breathe in, lift the arms, change the legs, breathe out. It up. Take the arms down. We're going to lean forward and bring our knees out into cat and cow. So we're doing cat and cow, breathing out, breathing in, 4, and then we'll take it into the extensions. So, with our breath, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathing out. So now we're going into extension, 2 on each side. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. One more each side. push back to child, turn the palms over. And bring it back up to tabletop. So we're going to take it into shoulder sweeps, 4 on each side, reaching the arm out, stretch it back, sit back to child, lift it up, bring it over. And we're doing 4. Breathing out and in. Third one. Feeling the stretch through the slide. 4th one on this side. And bring it under. Notice the difference between the 2 sides. Let's take it to the other side. Reaching out and down. And bringing it under. So from here, we're going to step our foot out and we're pushing our heel away. You're then going to bring it over and behind and push back into a kind of cow face, pushing out. You're coming up, you're bringing the foot out and pushing the heel away. Stretching the back of the knee, bringing it in, chucking it behind, pushing back, feeling the stretch through the opposite hip. Let's do 2 more. Push away with the heel. Bring it round. Sit back. I'm going to change direction on the next one. So pushing the heel away. Pull it in. Sit back. And then bring it back under. Let's change sides. So if I do it backwards, hopefully again that might make it look easier. So again, with the other foot, push the heel away. Bring it in behind the knee, sit back. Taking the knee out, pushing away. Pull it in, sit back. 2 more. And bring it back under. So we're going to take this into a bit of a flow from this position. You can just let one knee at a time just drop down, just to kind of get the hips ready. So you're just bringing one knee up, bringing the other knee down. And then from here, you're going to bring the legs into 90-90. So they're kind of opposite direction. From this position, you're going to lift up, spin the knees to the other side, bring yourself down, take that back leg, swing it round and over and take it into a torso twist. We're going to take the leg out, bring it back to 90-90, lift it up, tilt the hips forward, spin the feet round, bring yourself down, spin it around, push out. Now if you need to use your hands to do that, you can. So if you want to, you could bring the feet, knees down and bring it to there. You could, I'll do it sideways. From here you could lift yourself up. You're pushing your hips forward. You're bringing the knees over. You can bring yourself down. You can bring your hand down and bring it round and look over the back. So we're going to do that again. Spin it out. Lift it up. Push the hips forward. Swing the feet round. Bring it down. Bring the foot round. Look behind. Let's do one more on each side. Take the foot out. Lift, spin, down, twist. And last one. Out, up, twist, down, round. From there, we're taking our arms down. We're bringing ourselves back up. Doesn't matter which way you get up. You don't have to do it fancy. It doesn't matter. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. I'll get the use of this one day. So, we've brought ourselves to our feet. We're going to do our sun salutation. So remember, you can step or you can jump. That's completely up to you. I'm going to do the first ones by stepping back into down dog and then moving into plank and then to cobra. The second two, I'm going to step back straight into plank and then to cobra, so that you can either do whichever version you want on the second time. But that way, at least I know that you're going to protect your spine. If you know you've got lower back problems, then I would always, even when we start jumping, I would step in or jump into down dog, because it'll protect your spine a lot better than trying to get into plank. Whenever you go into plank, make sure that you pull everything in. So we're going to start at the front of our mat. And we're taking our hands into our prayer position. They can be here, they can be above the head, they can be behind the back if you want to. It's completely up to you. I'm going to keep them here. We're taking a few breaths, about 5, just to remember why we've come. Closing the eyes, seeing how the body feels. So we're breathing in, lifting, and breathing out, taking our hands down to the floor. Now you could always come up onto your tiptoes and push with the fingers. Stepping back to down dog first. Pull them stomach muscles in, pull the abdominals in, bring it to plank. Rip the floor up, bring the arms forward, bend the elbows, lift yourself up. Take one knee off the floor if you want, or two knees, it's completely up to you. Tuck the toes, push back to down dog. Look forward, bend the knees, step or jump back in, keep the knees bent, stretch the arms, breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, take it down. Again, if you need to, if you want to, you can come up onto your tiptoes, stepping back to that down dog position, coming up onto the tiptoes, rolling forward, squeeze the stomach muscles, rip the arms, bend the elbows, lift up, one leg or two legs, depends on how you feel. Step back to down dog, bend the knees, step or jump in, lift up. I'm going to take it now into straight down and into plank position. I still just step back, but I'm holding my stomach muscles. Lifting into up dog. Back to down dog. Bending the knees. And in and lift. So the last one I'm going to do is a jump. And bringing it back down. Now, each over the week, you can choose whichever version of that you want to do. You don't have to do the jump, you can step back. It's completely up to you. If you start doing it, we're going to do 4 each time, so it's up to you how far you go. Similar like we did with the last one. Now, we're going to start our second program. This is twisting and a lot of balancing. So see how you feel. If you need to, stay by a wall, hold a wall, if you need to use that. If you want to, in fact I'll use the block today. Use the blocks. And have a block so that you've got something to lean to. But you don't have to get your hands anywhere near the floor at all. We're going to do a twisted chair position into a twisted side angle to a twisted triangle, an inverted V, standing, then over into a side plank and then into cobra, down dog, jump back in, other side. Okay, so I'm going to take it very slow. Do it very slow. We're going to hold each position that we're in today for about 3 breaths before we move on. We want to make sure that we feel okay before we start moving. I'm going to drop the camera so that you can see rather the legs than my upper body. With your hands, because it's going to be a lot of twisting, to start off, keep the shoulders down. Instead of having the arm up in the air, just tuck the hand behind the back. This will be whichever side because we're twisting. But we'll go into that nice and slowly. So I'm going to drop, in fact I'll just drop that one for now. We're taking it into chair pose. So with the knees in line with the hips, we're making sure that the pelvis tilts backwards. So that when we sit down, we've got a nice curve, natural curve in the back. It's not pushing through here, but you don't want it so arched that you feel the arch in your back. It should be a natural pose. You want the legs to stay in line. You don't want them to come together and you don't want them to go out. They have to stay exactly where they are. From here, you're bringing your opposite elbow to your knee. But you don't want the knee and the elbow pushing in. You want to use your knee to push against your elbow and your elbow to push against your knee so that you're twisting and looking up to the sky. Lovely. Now if you use your hands and push with your hands, again it'll help to twist the body. But think about where you're breathing in this position. So we're going to bring it back to centre, hold it here. We're going to twist to the other side. Now you can look forward or you can turn your head and look up to the ceiling. But always be aware of how your neck feels. We're going to bring it back to centre and we'll go into step up. Then we can slightly tilt our pelvis, lean back a little bit, stretch the arms out if you need to, and bring yourself back up. So that's the first move that we're going to do, but we're going to now we're going to split it up this week so that we're doing each of the moves individually, and then next week we'll start putting them together slowly. So the next one is a twisted triangle, or twisted bent edge triangle. So again, I'm going to drop it down, and you may want your block. So you're going to step, have the block by your right foot, and you're going to step your left foot backwards. You're pushing with your right knee. Then you're going to see if you can bring, if it's your right leg out, your left hand's going down onto the block on the back side of the foot. Your back leg, you're going to see if you can drop it flat down and push into the heel. You can bring that hand behind your back and you're twisting yourself to look round the back. Think about pushing down into that back foot, the outside edge. You can bend into that front leg. You're going to rotate yourself back to the centre. You can bring your hands together in prayer. Bring that foot onto the tiptoe at the back. Lift it up. Push up. Push back if you want. We're going to change sides. So bring it to the opposite side. I'm going to do this backwards. So it's going to the outside edge of my left foot. I'm coming down into a chair pose, and I'm going to step back with my right foot. I'm going to bring my right hand onto the block, and then I'm trying to get my right foot down. My hand's on my back, and I'm twisting to look to the back. Pushing into that front knee, but pushing down with the outside edge. I don't want the foot rolling out, the right foot at the back. I don't want it rolling into the bridge. I want to push down through the outside. Nice twist. Again, I'm going to bring that back foot in. I'm going to bring myself back round and lift up. Again, if you want, let the arms drop. So the next one, very similar, but we're taking it into the twisted triangle. So again, we start with that by our left outside foot. We're sitting back. We're stepping back with that left foot. We're placing our hand on our block and our hand on our back. We're going to drop that back foot down. We're then going to see if we can straighten that front leg. It might not go straight. It may want to stay bent, but we're just pushing back. We're still looking at the floor at this point, but we can always, if we want, lift that back arm up, twist the body, let the head follow, and then if we want, we can always lock up and twist it a bit more. But we're trying to straighten, but not lock that leg at the front. Just pushing back so that we feel the hamstrings start to stretch. We're still twisting. We're thinking about that breath. Because we're twisting, it should be diagonal. We're going to bend that front knee. Go onto our tiptoe at the back. Look back to the front. Step the foot in. Bring the hands round. Push up. Push the hips back. I'm going to do it from the side. So it's now by my left foot. I'm bending down. I'm stepping back with that right foot onto its tiptoes. I'm bringing the left hand on my back, the right hand down onto the block. Putting down that back foot, making sure that the heel's down. Now seeing if I can straighten the knee at the front. I'm still looking to the floor. Once I feel comfortable, I can lift the back arm and twist. I'm going to lift. Oh, like that. So we're going to bend that front knee. Come onto the tiptoe at the back. Step the foot in. Bring the hands round. Lift up. Push back. Bring it back to straight. So our next one is inverted V. I'm going to keep that there. Move that up and down. With this, we can step back with our left foot, place it flat down, and turn ourselves in. So we've got one foot turned out, one foot turned out, one foot turned in. But we're keeping our body, we're keeping our hips over the front leg. We can take our hands into prayer. We can reach them out and take them down. Now, if you want, you can have that block right by the front of your toe and hold it here. From there, you're letting your chin drop down. There should be, the weight should be even, so it should be in the back foot as well as the front foot. But you're just trying to let your chin drop down. If you can get your hands down, get your hands down. We're going to bend that front knee, bring our hands together, lift ourselves back up. So let's try the other side. Stepping back. Pushing the hands away. Bringing them down to wherever we can go. The chin's going down past the knee. The weight's even between the front and the back foot. We're again going to bend that front knee onto the tiptoe, bring the hands up, step up, bring it up again if you want. You can push them hips back and bring yourself up. So we're going to take ourselves into the same position, but we're going to take it into a standing split. So I'm bringing it down again. We're taking ourselves down. Again, if we want, we can have our hand, from here. Step back, place the foot down. Take the hands down, place them on the block. See if you can straighten that leg, so we're back into that straight bit there. You're going to bring the weight onto the front leg, let your head drop this time. So it's not lifted, trying to get the chin past, you're letting the head drop down. Then you're lifting that back leg up. Trying to stretch it up in the air. Look, lift the head up, bend the knee in, bring it down, bend the knees, stretch the arms. So we're going to step back. With the left, place the foot down, stretch the body out. Oh, wrong foot, sorry, wrong foot, wrong foot. Take the hands, so again we're in that V. We're moving the foot forward, letting the head drop down. Lift the leg off at the back. Lift it up in the air. Lovely. And then flexing the foot, bringing it in. If you need to bend the knees, lift up. Take the arms back down. So, from here, if we bring ourselves down and step back to down dog. So from down dog, we're going to start with our right foot. You're going to move forward over the arms, step the foot over, lift the hand into side plank. We're taking the hand down, we're stepping back, we'll push back to down dog. We're going to take it to the other side, we're coming forward so that we're coming into plank, we're stepping the left foot over, we're lifting the arm down. You can keep it on your hips if you want, you don't have to take it up. And then down, push back, bend bend the knees, take it down to child. So, we're down on the floor. We're going to work on bringing ourselves into elephant. You may want 2 blocks so that you can have them either side of you. Grab one of the blocks. You may also want a band if you know that you can't reach your top of your legs, or you can just hold on to the foot. We're going to start with heron. Now make sure again that you're not curling in this. So as you lift the leg, you're not curling. You want to stay as straight as possible and keep that lower back nice and straight. You can tuck the one leg, the left leg under if you want to. It's completely up to you. Or you can just keep it out straight. Bend the knee in. See if you can grab the bottom of your foot or use a band. Shoulders back, hips pulled in. Lift the foot, flex it. Bring it up. Even if you can't get it straight and keeping it bent, that's fine. You can then start to straighten. You're bending the elbows and you're pulling the foot in towards you. But again, you don't want to curl. You want to come up. And bend it down. Changing sides. And bringing it down. One more time each side. Last change. And bringing it back down. So we're going to do cradling lotus. We're bringing our foot up. Now you can either just hold onto the ankle or you can try and get it up by the wrist and you're just trying to move it until the flexed foot can sit in your elbow, then the other hand goes round. You're rocking the baby, but as you're doing it, you'll see if you can circle the elbow so that you're pulling the foot close closer to your body the whole time. So you're rocking and circling. And we're just working that hip, working that knee. And then let's change. So wherever it can go, rock and circle, drawing a circle with the elbow. Let's change one last time. And bring it down. So we're going to do a toe stretch, but also working on them hands. You're coming over onto your knees into hero. I'm going to do this sideways. You can have the blocks down if you need to as well. Now with your fingers, make sure that you're doing that push with the fingers. From here, we've done this before, we're lifting the knees up. So we're lifting, but we're trying to lift the knees a little bit higher. I'll do it this way. And bring it back down. Lovely. So taking our legs out, bit of plank. Sorry, bring our legs in. Sorry, wrong way. Keeping your legs down, your hands on your blocks or on the floor, wherever it feels more comfortable for you. Hands back. From here, your feet down, you're going to lift up, push the bum back, pull the toes forward, and then go down, bring your bum back down. Now do it back. You're lifting up, pushing the bum back, pulling the toes back, bringing your bum back down. So we're doing 8. I'm going to do it this way so I can watch us. So push back and down. And bring it back down. Give your hands a little shake. Have a rest on your wrists. So, we're going to start to work on our elephant. So, sitting up, pull the waist in. Keep the body nice and straight. Again, if you want to, push down, pull the shoulders back. And you're going to lift and drop your toes. So you're lifting up and down as if you're walking. So you can hold it here, or you can take the hands away. And relax. We're going to happy baby, so again if I do it diagonal, you can lie down or sit up, I don't mind which way you do this. Bring your elbow on the inside of your knee, bring your foot up. So the foot's facing that way. You're pulling back, trying to keep it in with your shoulder. So you don't want it going out, down here. You want it up and pulling back. You can use your hands to pull back. You can lift it if you feel you want to. You can wiggle that shoulder. You can take it into a kind of compass pose. Whatever you want to do. Trying to eventually get your hand underneath. It can be on the block or on the floor. And then you just want to leave your foot there. And then we're going to bring it down. So let's change sides. Elbow on the inside, hand on the outside. Pulling it back. Once it stays, it's kind of a good indication that it will stay there and it won't slide down. If it starts sliding down, then the next bits you're not ready for yet. But once it stays, you are. Once you were doing all of those lifts, you know you can get your bum off the floor. So it's all about just trying to get it all together. You can cheat. So when your foot's here, what you could do is hook your toe underneath and then bring your weight, your blocks in if you need to, and lift from there, and then just cheat it by holding the leg. You can always then see if you can let go with the leg, the foot, and keep it up before you drop down. You may find one side is easier than the other. So I'll cheat with this. So while my foot's down, I'm hooking the foot underneath, bringing the weights, the blocks in, lifted, flexing the foot, squeeze, see if you can let go with the other side. So hook the foot underneath, so you're kind of hooking it like that. And then lifting it so it stays. Then lift the bum. Yes! And all it is just that when you've got it hooked, the only problem is that you'll spin. You'll start to spin because it's hooked on. Once you let go, you hold it in one position. So let me do it again. I'll do it backwards. Lovely. So, a lot of the stuff we've done today was a lot of stomach exercises, so we'll have to just pull out our stomach a little bit. We can take it onto the floor, hands under the shoulders, roll the shoulders back, tuck the chin in, lift up,
Lift the head. Then bend the elbows while the head's up.
bring the head down. Tuck the head in, lift,
And taking it down.
so the head moves at a different point. And then we're going to push back, take the knees apart, push back to a wide leg child and take it into thread and needle. Take the left hand, push it underneath, the shoulder comes down. If the head doesn't touch the floor, you can always put a block. Reach the top hand over. So you're pushing with that top hand to push the bum towards the feet, but as you're doing that, you'll feel the stretch along the upper back as well. So this is the lateral port muscles. These have been picking you up, with all them picking up ones that we were doing earlier. And then we're going to come out. We're taking the right hand palm up, underneath, the head down onto a block if we need to. Use the left hand to push the bum towards the floor. Breathe into the opening where the shoulder blade and the lateral muscles come apart. And bring it back out. Take the head down, take the hands in. Place them flat down. Let the body relax down. I'm going to get you to change your head and look in the opposite direction. Because we tend to go to the position that we like. And then bring yourself back up. So I'm going to get you to lie yourself down, get yourself into a position that's comfortable. Last week we were talking about doing the breathing exercise, counting the breath, but also the body scan. So tensing, relaxing, tensing, relaxing. So get yourself into the position that feels comfortable. I'm going to change the position. over the next couple of weeks, we're going to start different types of meditations. And now that you have calmed and stabilised your mind, you may be ready to explore meditation that can help you be more mindful and aware. By practicing mindful meditation, you learn to focus your awareness and expand your consciousness. You can practice mindfulness anywhere or at any time. By sitting in meditation, you enhance your ability to bring mindfulness into your daily life. At work, you will be better able to stay present in a meeting, complete projects, and eliminate distractions. Your relationships will improve when you are capable of being 100% present to your loved ones. Living mindfully in the present moment greatly enhances your experience of living. You will begin to appreciate the power of beauty all around you, and the astonishing colours of a deep red rose to the sensitive face of an old woman on the train. Your world will expand and deepen. Mindfulness is not only distracting outwardly. Through focused meditation, you will explore your vast internal landscape and expand your understanding of your mind, your body, and your emotions. You will begin to see your mental and emotional habits and patterns and decide whether they help or hinder. Now, it's easy to take what you have for granted and be chronically disappointed. Focusing on what blessings you have can transform your mind and your life. It's also easy to get caught up in a feeling of chronic sense of lack, encouraged by a culture that says that you never have enough and you are never good enough. You may find yourself fixated on a new car, a better relationship, new towels, or a different place to live as the key to making you more happier. You may have noticed seeing your glass half empty all the time makes for a miserable life. Always looking to the future means you aren't really present in the life that you have right now. By meditating on a gratitude on daily life, you will reduce your dissatisfaction and increase your contentment with the life that you have. Happiness, you will discover, is ultimately a state of mind. So earlier I asked you to write down a list of things that you have, but also to write down 10 things that you are grateful for. Now this list will help you generate a sense of gratitude for each item on that list. If you are grateful for your health, feel thankful for your good fortune. If you have a car, no matter what condition, be sincerely grateful to have transportation. If you have a partner, think of their wonderful qualities and be grateful that you have them as part of your life. So go through that list, either mentally, if you can remember it, bring it up through your thoughts. But I want you to go through that list and be thankful and understand why you're thankful for each thing that you've listed. Once you've finished going through your list, thank yourself, thank your God, the universe, or whoever you choose, for the gifts that you've been given. And for the next week, keep checking that list and keep being grateful. As long as you feel the need to, stay relaxed. But always, when you're coming out, take your time. I'm going to say good night.
Recording stopped.